Welcome back to another Telltale Books video. This is continuing my series on Robert Silverberg, reading everything I can get my hands on. The latest I got my hands on, only an electronic copy online of his fifth published work, which is called The Martian. The Martian is a short story published in June of 1955 in Imagination magazine, a science fiction and fantasy magazine that was published in the mid 1950s. Not a huge number of issues, if I recall correctly, but they had some good authors like Robert Silverberg. And like I say, this is a very early Silverberg short story. And coming right after Revolt on Alpha C, it's kind of a downer because I really enjoyed Revolt on Alpha C. It's not some great classic, but it was a very solid, very enjoyable novel for what it was. And then I read this story, The Martian. The story here is an Earthman fights to set up an expedition to land man on Mars, go to Mars, and he finally does. And he lands there and he sees a Martian. Now, this Martian is just this like creature in the soil. Apparently, the way Silverberg writes it, you know that the Martian is intelligent, but the way it has a total lack of interest in the Earthman, it doesn't really show him any intelligence. But the Earthman was expecting a bigger reaction from the Martian, and the Martian is just like whatever. So it's a very short story, very simple story, kind of a psychological story about how the character needs the Martian to react to him. And it just was a very unimpressive story. It was okay, but not something that I would suggest going out of your way to find it and read it, unless, like me, you are absolutely dedicated to reading everything you can possibly get your hands on by Robert Silverberg. Then you should read this story. But otherwise, I would skip this one. It does not show it. It doesn't even rise to the quality of Revolt on Alpha C, which was his previously published work. So, not much I can say about this one. It's just not much of a story. If you've read The Martian by Robert Silverberg, leave your comments. What did you think of it? I'd like to hear it from you. Otherwise, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and come on back for more Robert Silverberg. There will be great things coming up in the future, I promise. The next story is his sixth published story is called Yokel with Portfolio. So come on back and join me for that one. I'll be here doing it.